Hey everybody. Fixing to show you how I skin and quarter these deer. I was pretty reluctant to make this video. I didn't even know that my way of life was kind of graphic until I started making YouTube videos about a year ago. I don't know. It's the way I grew up, the way I teach my kids to be. If you're gonna turn deer into food, you have to know how to clean them. So I'm just gonna start cleaning them and get them quartered up and show you how I do it. It usually don't take me 10-15 minutes. So the first cut I make is just always around their neck. I just go all the way around. I'll try to spin him so that. Then after that, I go from right here where I gutted him up to the hole on his neck. Then I start wringing their legs. Then I go from on the inside from here to here. I'll make all my initial cuts before I start taking the skin off. Do the same on the other side. And I'm going to wring his back legs the same way. Then I'm going to go up on the inside of his leg and cut up to where I took his innards out. Same way on the other leg. There's one thing I do different than most people, and if you give me just a second, I'll show you. I think it really expedites the process. And here's what it is right here. I come on their back and I split them right down the center of the back so I can take that skin off in halves. Boy, that really speeds things up. I go all the way down to the tail. There we go. All right. Now that I got all my cuts made, I just start taking the skin off. And usually when you make your cuts like this, once you get it started, you can pretty well peel him down. And you'll have to take this off his leg here. And then just finish peeling that skin off. I'll get down here to the tail. I'll usually finish that up when I get to the other side. Alright. Same with the other side. Once you get it started, it peels pretty easy. Listen, here's my last buck tag. I'm gonna have to shoot does after this. Probably won't do much more deer hunting now that duck season's fixing to start. My wife and daughter, all of them, they'll probably do some more hunting and finish shooting what we need shot. Yeah, I didn't know this was such a big issue until the YouTube. I have such a small circle of friends and we all live about the same. I didn't know that our way of life was different. I guess you live, you learn. I'm not really bothered that it bothers people. And then you got to get this tail right here. And then the skin should just peel right on off. There we go, we got him skinned. After we get him skinned, just take me a hacksaw, take his legs off. You could use a knife and take them off at the joints, but this is just quicker in my opinion. I'll pitch them out there and let the dog chew on them. He sure enjoys them. Oh man. Now the job's done. We just gotta quarter them up. Take them in there to my wife. She'll rinse them off in the sink. Then we'll put them on ice for a couple days. Give me a minute. Let me clean the hair off my hands. Catch my breath. And then I'll start quartering them up. Alright, these front shoulders, they come off real easy. You just kind of go right up against the rib cage. There's no joint. You just get in there and get to cutting. Just go right up as close to that rib cage as you can. Follow it around. There's the first shoulder. Let me take this into my wife. Alright, the other shoulder comes off the same way. Look how fat this deer is. He's been on corn feeder. This one's gonna be a little bloodshot. I apologize. I shot him in this shoulder. But the meat's not ruined by no means. It'll clean off. Alright, let me take this one into my wife. Alright, these back legs come off. Just get your hand up in that crease. Start your cut up there. And then you just want to follow that hip bone. Take it down. You'll have to go in here until you find that ball joint. Just keep following the hip. Then once you find the ball joint, you got to pull it down and pop that ball joint out. There we go. And just keep working it around. There's the ball joint. Once you get around that, it comes right on off. Just work your way down that pelvis. I don't like hanging them up by their back legs. A lot of people do. Just make sure you don't drop your hindquarters when you do this. Just keep on carrying it in. All right, the other hindquarter comes off the same. You start up in that crease, work your way around that pelvis, and go down until you get to the ball joint. We can't really let them hang here in Oklahoma. The weather's not cool enough, so we got to get them. We got to get them cleaned pretty quick on ice. All right, let me get this one inside. After I get them hindquarters taken, I'm gonna take the back straps out. There's a little membrane here I usually try to cut down so I can see the back strap. Kind of skin it back just a little bit. Gotta be careful right here. This is the good stuff. Then you get your knife right up by that spine. Follow that spine all the way down. Just keep on working. You come over here and see where it goes. Goes up against the ribs. Get in there and work that loose. See if I can do it left-handed so I don't get in your way. Then after you make your cut, you just keep working her out of there. Real slow like too. This, you don't want to mess this up. A really good cut of meat. Everybody brags about the tenderloins, and I'll show you how to take the tenderloins out. They're a good cut of meat, but there's just not much to them, you know. Just keep on working it till you get it out of there. There we go. We're going to take the other one out just exactly the same. Just get right up against that spine and work it down. Over here to where it meets the ribs. Follow those ribs. Oh goodness. Apologize if my arm's in the way. You just work it on out of there. Slow down on these. This is where most of my steaks come from. Okie doke. We just about got it whipped now. We're gonna take the neck off. I grind most of this. You just follow that spine up and just start working it off the bone. Some people make roasts like crock pot roast and stuff. I just grind this. See the old spines in there, you just work it off that bone. Don't leave this neck meat. There is a lot. There's probably, especially on a buck, there's probably 10 or 15 pounds of meat right there that on the neck, that, not just this side, but 10 or 15 pounds that by the time we get the other side off. All right, we're gonna take the neck off the other side here. Just do the best you can, work it on them bones. I might have to try to crock pot one of these. I always just grind them. I hear a lot of people talking about putting them in the crock pot and letting them slow cook. But my family eats a lot of ground meat, so we grind a lot of it. All right, now we're gonna do the tenderloins. To get to them, I cut these flanks off and grind them up too. And you can leave them on there if you wanna. I take them off so I can get to the tenderloins on both sides. Oh, he's spinning on me. All right, the only thing left is to get them tenderloins off. Give me a second. Here we go. here's the tenderloins in here. You see them in here? They almost will just pull out with your hands. I just go in there and slide right on the bottom side of that spine, and then I just peel them out. There they are right there. Okay, freed my hand up there. If you're gonna let your deer hang, now like I said, here in Oklahoma we can't, the weather's too warm. You probably want to cut these tenderloins out. They'll dry up on you. Alright, that's start to finish how we skin and quarter them. Now it's just a matter of trimming. Like I'll get a bowl out here and I'll trim a whole bunch of this meat off, all I can get, and we'll grind it up. So you can get as meticulous with that as you want. So until next time, right?